Hello and welcome to another tutorial of the rFactor 2 dedicated server manager with PowerShell 5 and 7. So this is another video on the rFactor 2 dedicated server manager I'm currently working on. This time in English language. I'm not an English native speaker, so please forgive me any mistakes. I decided to have a single user interface instead of a bunch of ones or separated user interfaces for each module. So it turned out that I have to rewrite much of the code, or most of the code, and or the scripts. And yeah, the current version is not public available. So if you like it or if you are interested, please drop me an email at info@simracingjustfair.org. Or leave a comment. As you like it. So there are two major limitations at the moment. First of all, we need PowerShell 7 installed for some of the functions I'm using, and currently I'm not able to handle spaces or special characters in folder names, so try to avoid them. Let's start the main script on the main user interface with PowerShell 7. So we have a different kind of drop-down menus. This one is just a placeholder, but installation and content are working at the moment. Yeah, first of all, we need to install Steam CMD. This is done just by choosing a directory. You can say new or make new folder, and what I've noticed, I have no clue why, you have just to press or to click around a little bit and then the new folder is taken. Just click OK and Steam CMD will be downloaded and extracted. It's not a major task, so we have here Steam CMD installed now. And next we want to install and configure the rFactor 2 dedicated server. So install rFactor 2 dedicated server. We have to, or we create also a new folder for it, and it's the same as before. We have to click around a little bit and then the new folder name is taken. Just click OK and you will see what happens. First of all, of course, the rFactor 2 dedicated server is downloaded itself with Steam or by Steam CMD. Of course, you have all the information here in the PowerShell 7 script, but you have also less information or just information on the major steps within this little message window. Until everything is finished, the user interface is not responsive. So I think I have to improve this, but anyway, you see the PowerShell window and you see that there is something working. Also, we have here our new folder, rFactor 2 dedicated server. First of all, it's filled with Steam apps as the dedicated server itself is downloaded. First of all, we will be asked to enter the administrator password because the VC Redis packages will be installed. And next, here we see the dedicated server is installed. And sometimes in between the user interface is responsive. Next thing what happens is that the rFactor 2 dedicated exe will be shortcut, and we get a free car and track from the Steam workshop just to build an initial mod file for the dedicated server. So this will take a while. I think I will cut it from the video later on. So, the rFactor 2 mod manager will be started once and also closed by the script. because we need to define the packages folder and also the root folder of rFactor 2 installation. And now it's extracting and installing the car and the track package. So this will also take a while. And now the info file for the initial mod is generated. The mesh file will be created, and later on, or a few moments later on, the dedicated server will be started for the very first time. We have to enter the administrator password again, because the command in the background is opening the firewall ports, and so that the dedicated server can be reached by or from the outside. Don't forget to forward the ports if you are using the dedicated server at home, and yeah, you are behind your internet provider modem, whatever. So the dedicated server is running, and it's also configured in a very basic way. If we open the file browser or the file explorer again, we see we have here the player directory, and if we go back to the packages directory, we see we have a dummy rfmod file. That's the one which has just been created. So the user interface is responsive again. So if we like to install some DLC content, we could get the DLC info. First of all, it's requested directly from Steam or Steam API, and then we could say, okay, we like to install it. So we see these are all the Studio 397 cars and tracks which are available currently, and let's say we want to install the Corvette C8 and C7, for example, maybe Brands Hatch and Imola. So just click on install, and again the message window or the message will give the information about what is done right now. This will take some time again, so I will cut it from the video later on. Yeah, as said, this has taken some time. So the message window shows the information that everything has been downloaded and installed, and that the content installation has been finished. So you may see some unable to open package file messages in the background in the PowerShell window. Don't mind about it. It's not an error. So we could check if the content has been installed. So I opened the rFactor 2 dedicated server installed vehicles file, and we see we have the C7 Corvette in its current version. 3.14 is the base file or the base package, and 3.15 is the upgrade one. So we could go over here, and the same with the C8 Corvette. And if we go to the locations folder, we see that Brands Hatch has been installed also in its current version 1.05 with the Indy and the Grand Prix layout, and also Imola has been installed with the different layouts of the different areas, for example, the 1988 or the 2018. So also in its current version 1.03, and with the different layouts which were available in that time. The next module or the next function I need to implement into the rFactor 2 dedicated server manager will be the mod builder. So you could choose from the content you have installed to your rFactor dedicated server, which should be available on a server as a mod. This will be a little bit tricky because if it comes to cars, you could say, okay, we will take all teams, but if it comes to tracks, you have to choose the track, and also you have to choose the layout later on. So I'm currently working on this. I have to say I'm a little bit lazy, and on the other hand side, it's very time consuming. So I hope to finish it by this week, by end of this week. Let's see. Thanks for watching, and yeah, don't mind about all the English language mistakes. Thank you.